Well, that is right. You are listening to Conservative Not Better Talk, and yes, I am your host, Todd Huff. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday. And it is good to be back. Thank you for joining us. You know, we've got a lot of stuff. Anytime you get back from A, a weekend, B, from a holiday, you'll find that there's a lot and lots of stuff to talk about, lots and lots of stuff to get to, and so that is what we're going to do our best to get through today. Trump was on Fox News with Maria Bartiromo over the weekend. Got some sound bites from that. We've got the Sidney Powell lawsuits plural, in the state of Georgia and in the state of Michigan hit late on Wednesday night. She said it would happen Wednesday. People began to throw their hands up in despair sometime Wednesday early evening, expecting her to not follow through on what she promised to deliver, and yet she delivered something to two states, two lawsuits, one in Michigan, one in Georgia. That happened over the weekend, the long weekend, or since Thanksgiving, since the last time we spoke. How about that as well? And so just a lot to sift through and weed through here as we navigate this morning. But I want to, I guess, start by asking this question. What is it going to take for people to understand what is truly at stake here? Because I've noticed, and I think you've probably noticed this as well. I jotted this down. Let me see if I can find it in my notes here. I think, here it is. So when this all started, this rigged election talk, if you remember, the first claim was there's no evidence of fraud. None. No evidence. Zero. As the great Rush Limbaugh would say, zip, zero, nada. Nothing to see there. Not anything there's just nothing. No evidence. Then it slowly shifted because we have mountains of evidence. The next time someone tells you that there is no evidence of voter fraud in this country, you can tell them there's literally mountains of evidence. If you pile these papers up, they would make many mountains anyway, right? I mean, I'm not saying this is the size of Mount McKinley or something like that, but these papers, these amounts of affidavits, these charges, these allegations, now they still need to be proven. I'm not saying that's certainly someone in an affidavit could lie. That wouldn't be the first time that it's happened. But see, you'll hear me say that. You'll hear me acknowledge that. I'm not claiming that, by the way. I'm just simply saying if someone gives an affidavit, it certainly could be an incorrect, and it could be a lie. But folks, an affidavit is when someone gives a written statement that's under oath. It is under oath given to the court, provided to say, I solemnly swear that this is what I saw or witnessed or whatever. This is my statement that if I am making this up, I can be put in jail for this. Can be locked away. Can be locked away in the places that should be occupied by Hillary Clinton. I could be locked away, right? I'm kidding, not kidding. So this is also, by the way, you can look this up because we have a deceitful media. We have a deceitful Democrat Party, and they will lie to you about this. An affidavit is actual evidence. Write this down. Don't do it if you're driving. But if you're sitting there, write this down. Affidavit, which is spelled a little bit differently than maybe if you've never seen it spelled out, AFFIDAVIT, affidavit. Affidavit equals evidence. Write that down. Affidavit equals evidence. Now, you may say, I shared this last week. I think it was last week, maybe the week before. A little bit about my experience on a jury. You can say this evidence outweighs that. So you can say this evidence isn't compelling to me. Go for it. Have at it. But don't tell me there's no evidence, because that is, in fact, what an affidavit is. And there's not just an affidavit. There's hundreds of affidavits. How many times can you say affidavit in a sentence? I don't know. I just probably set the record for that. But these are evidence. Evidence exists. So at first they told us there was no evidence. Then, because eventually this became so obvious, it was like the noonday sun shining down above our heads, that people started saying, man, we can't get away with that. I mean, we can get away with a lot in the media. We can convince people the sky is, pink or black or whatever in the middle of the noon, high noon. We can convince people of these things. Cloudless blue sky. We can convince 20% of the population that the sun's not overhead. And the fact the sky, in fact, is not blue. We can convince people of that, but we still can't convince the vast majority of people of this. So then they started. I mean, you can go back and you can see this. You can see this even right now. You can see where they say there's no evidence of widespread fraud. So now this is shifting somewhat. There was no evidence. Now there's no evidence of wide-scale fraud. There's not enough to change the fact, they say. I mean, come on, Todd. Wisconsin, 20,000 votes. You think that 20,000 people or 20,000 instances of ballots that shouldn't be counted will be erased? Pennsylvania? Michigan even has a bigger 100 and some, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but 100 and some thousand votes. Come on. You can't expect that to be the case. Yeah, there might be 100 here and there, right? But again, what are we basing this on? Have they read the affidavits? I spent a portion of this weekend reading the case filed by Sidney Powell in the state of Georgia. I've just read the highlights of Michigan, but I read, I don't know, I think I got 75 pages in just with things going on over the weekend. Folks, there is legitimate, actual evidence of not just 5 votes here and there. There are claims of a lot of people doing a lot of nefarious things, up to and including, when you get to the Michigan case, some really damning evidence, or allegations anyway. It is evidence still, but some damning allegations against Dominion voting systems. Dominion voting systems. The media doesn't have any interest in this. They don't want to talk about this. But nonetheless, Dominion voting systems can change massive numbers. Heck, folks, there's video evidence of numbers changing on election nights on the tickers of news networks. 20,000 votes in Pennsylvania, roughly, not quite. But in one, you know how they alternate, right? They rotate at the bottom. Once they rotated through for Pennsylvania, the same exact number of votes that Trump dropped, Biden picked up in one pass. Now, that isn't, that's not the only explanation, but how does someone lose votes on election night? Well, Todd, they entered it incorrectly. Okay, then have the people come forward and explain what happened. Let's do an audit of these machines, which, by the way, the Kemp and folks, the Republicans, this Raffensperger and Kemp in Georgia, are doing everything their level best to make sure we don't see inside these voting machines. They were given an order by a judge to not use these machines, and I don't even know what's going on there. Are they going to defy this? They're saying that they're going to proceed with the wiping of data so that they can somehow have their election in a month. Have you noticed this, that from the time of, up to an election and after an election, they need as much time as possible? Why do you need this much time to count votes? Why you need that is beyond me, right? This should be something that's relatively quick and easy. This should not be a sophisticated process that requires you to send people home in the middle of the night for you to make allegations that a water pipe burst. Sidney Powell says there's no evidence that a water pipe even burst. She said that they sent Republicans home and then continued counting in the dark behind closed doors for 3 hours. Again, we're just supposed to take them at their word here. Nothing nefarious was done. Why did they lie about that? She's asking for evidence. I think she's asking for 36 hours of surveillance video to see where exactly this pipe burst. She says it didn't happen. She says it was used as an excuse to get people out of there so that they could do whatever they did for those few hours without anyone watching. Why is no one troubled by this? That's evidence. It doesn't mean it's the only explanation. But folks, that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Now if you pay attention, they went from the media, the Democrats went from no evidence of fraud to no evidence of wide scale or widespread fraud. Now we have these allegations that, the people that are making these claims aren't testifying under oath, which, by the way, first and foremost is false when it comes to affidavits. They're referring to the hearing in Pennsylvania that happened last week as well, where state legislatures allowed Trump's team to come in and make some presentation of what they found to make the case for voter fraud, to make the case why the state of Pennsylvania should not certify the election. And even if they do certify the election, the state legislature, who ultimately has the authority to decide which electors to send, I know that there are laws that says that the winner of that particular state, as is the case with other states, but whoever wins the state in the popular vote gets the electors. That's what the law says. That's how this is supposed to be decided. But folks, what happens if you have no idea because of evidence that was presented to you? If you have no idea if you can trust the validity. In fact, I take that out. You know for a fact you cannot trust the validity of the outcome of that election because of all the fraud and just the misbehaving of political officials, government gone bad to the extreme. What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to just assume and get it right next time? I mean, what are you supposed to do about this if you're a legislator in a state like Pennsylvania or Michigan? By the way, these legislatures are controlled by Republicans. All of the states in question are controlled by Republicans, at least the legislatures, oftentimes not the governor. But oftentimes the legislature is Republican, which means they have the ultimate say. The only example of a state that's kind of up for grabs, so to speak, or where there's contention and lawsuit and recount and allegations and all this sort of stuff is Nevada, or if you prefer, Trump says Nevada. But whatever the case, that is what we are told, or that is what the facts are. The facts are Republicans hold these legislatures in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Arizona, not in Nevada. So that's what this push is for. Trump is trying to get, his team is trying to say, look, here's the evidence, here's what we're dealing with, and you can't trust the results here. And by the way, the cries from the other side went from no fraud to no evidence of wide-scale fraud to now the allegations that people who are alleging this fraud are not doing so under oath. False. Here's the stack of affidavits. Why is there no curiosity here? Folks, where do we live? Is this truly a banana republic? Those are the questions that Trump's team is raising. And I see, folks, you go on the Twitter, which I know Twitter is the gutter. I'm telling you, Twitter is the gutter of the universe. And you figure out of the people that are on Twitter, what is it, 90% of them pretty much, I think it's something like, I remember reading this stat, the vast majority of tweets, maybe it's 90% of the tweets are tweeted by 10% of the people, and they're almost all Democrats and liberals or some such thing. Who knows how many fake people. But you read some of these things, and I literally see the responses. Ha ha, yeah, we stole it. We got away with it. Or better yet, prove it. I see that from people. Okay, prove it. I got a friend in law enforcement, a detective, and I said, hey, what do you think when you're interrogating someone and they say prove it? He says, I think that they probably have something to hide. I think that they begin to think that they're smarter than everyone else in the room. They might have some degree of, that tells me something, right? That tells me that, hey, maybe they really have some involvement here. It doesn't mean anything. You're just trying to take cues and clues here and piece together what happened and get to the truth. Same sort of thing is happening here with us in this election. Now they're out there saying, prove it. Prove what? I mean, I just remember the way that I talked about Russian collusion, which was nonsensical gibberish. I never once said the word prove it. I never once hunkered down, crossed my arms, laughed, and said, ha ha, we stole it, prove it. That is so preposterous to me. Absolutely preposterous and insane. But that's what they're doing. Not everybody, but I see it a lot out there. Anyway, and if you say people aren't testifying under oath, then let them testify under oath. What's the rush? And the amount of coordination and effort here to shut this up, to make it look like Trump is just acting like a whining baby, and we may need to send the Navy SEALs in, as Obama said in a recent interview, to take Trump out of the White House. That's not at all what's going on here. They keep claiming that there's a coup to try to overthrow a duly elected president in Joe Biden, who, by the way, sprained his ankle last night. And I'm sure someone out there is going to claim, see, Todd, see, they're already trying to do something here to Joe. Get Kamala in there. I'm not saying that, but I've read stuff about that, positions about that as well. I'm sure that they would love nothing more to have someone who's just full out radical in there, moving America far, far, far left, which I'm confident that Biden will do anyway. Biden doesn't know what he's doing half the time, and that's sad. It's unfortunate, but this is the realities that we have. But if they're afraid that people are making up stories on the spot and not doing so under oath, then let's put them under oath. Let's let them share with the American people what, in fact, is going on in our elections. And to top it all off, and I'm going to take a break here, but to top it all off, we've got another election coming up that's going to determine two elections that are going to determine the balance of power in the Senate. And we're sitting here, I mean, they're proceeding as though there's no problem with this last day being the Republicans and the Democrats and the media in Georgia proceeding as though nothing nefarious happened, nothing questionable happened here with the elections, 3 or 4 weeks ago now. Now it's time to focus on the next one. How many people have any faith that this election isn't going to have the same exact problems? And both of those seats end up going to the Democrats. And mysteriously, mythically, magically, Democrats get control of the Senate as well. Anyway, lots to discuss here. Time for a quick timeout. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. By the way, broadcasting live to you from the office of the future potential president-elect. Since we're making up names for offices, I thought we would do that as well. That is where we're broadcasting from. Sit tight, be back in just a minute.
Listen to Todd's show on your way to work, but want to hear more? Don't miss a beat. Visit toddhuffshow.com/listen to catch the program anytime, anywhere.
Do you have 10 years of construction experience? Reformation LLC specializes in residential construction and is looking for a mentor and team leader to fill a general superintendent position. Our company was founded to provide training and mentoring to individuals coming out of substance abuse addiction. We believe your past doesn't dictate your future. If you have experience, we have a place for you at Reformation. We have a passion for seeing lives and homes transformed. Contact us today at reformationllc.com or 317-643-1952.
Hi, this is Kenton with Christian Community Connect. We're a network of business professionals that are committed to living out our faith in the marketplace by preferring one another in love while serving everyone. With online listings at $27 per month, if you're a Christian in business, committed to treating others as you would want to be treated, we would love to include you. Check our reviews and sign up at ChristianCommunityConnect.com.
Need to refresh or renovate your commercial space? Call Interior Construction Services today. Providing the highest level of quality construction at a competitive price, our service-minded team is here to deliver the detail-oriented environment you're looking to create on time and on budget. Call us at 317-991-4660 or visit us online at interiorconstruct.com. Interior Construction Services. Progressive, productive, professional.
You can make Christmas special for local families. Shepherd Community Center needs your donation for toys, hats, and gloves for children in need this holiday season. If you believe Christmas is about caring for others, help us make it special by sharing your blessings this season in the lives of those struggling. Help a child today. For more information on how to donate or volunteer, call 317-375-0203 or visit shepherdcommunity.org.
Does your business have a plan for social media marketing? Are you reaching the right audiences through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on? Are you learning from the data? Jarbo can help. Our team doesn't just come in and tell you how to be successful. We help you execute and measure your sales and marketing efforts. Give us a call at 317-834-6560 or visit us online at jarbomarketing.com. That's jarbomarketing.com. Make social media work for you.
Hi, this is Caleb with Gluff Plumbing. Does your home need some plumbing updates? Gluff Plumbing is your solution. We specialize in updating old plumbing, everything from water heaters to well pumps, to underground leaks and everything that has to do with water entering and leaving the home, including water and sewer main excavations. We pride ourselves on old-fashioned customer service. Call Gluff Plumbing at 765-721-6789 or visit gluffplumbing.com. That's GLUFF plumbing.com. Call us today.
Corn Homes is expanding their 55-plus community. Briar Creek is the only senior manufactured home community in Indianapolis featuring Indiana-built homes. Floor plans and finishes starting at $75,000. Enjoy affordable, low-maintenance lifestyle with the charm of a residential neighborhood. Located minutes from I-465 in Fort Harrison State Park. Corn Homes, family-owned and operated since 1955. Check us out at COHRONhomes.com. Mention the Todd Huff Show and receive a $1,000 discount on your new home.
Did you know that there are 21,000 chimney fires annually? It's one of the reasons why it's so important to have a CSIA certified chimney technician clean and inspect your chimney every year. Keep your family safe by joining our 3-year sweep and inspection plan. And mention Todd to be entered to win $1,000 in cash. Contact Smalling Masonry, a Christian-owned business, at 317-903-8121 to learn more today.
Welcome back, folks. I want to tell you here, now's a good time to announce tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. You know, we have Black Friday. Well, heck, now we have Black November because of, just with COVID and people's shopping habits, we've gone to Black Friday. Today is Cyber Monday. Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday. And I want to tell you that we've partnered with our friends at Shepherd Community Center near east side of Indianapolis. You've heard me talk about Shepherd in the past. In fact, they'll be joining us here in the coming days to kind of share what happens at Shepherd and what they're doing over there. They do a lot of good work. They do a lot of really good work. In fact, I think one of the perceived weaknesses of conservatism, I say perceived, so hear me out, perceived weaknesses of conservatism, it's not real, but it's perceived, is that we, conservatives, we don't care about other people. Because if we cared, we would let our government fix the problems, whether that problem be hunger, poverty, education, whatever, right? We just give more money to the government and say, fix it. And then the government would come back to us and say, that's not enough to fix it. And we say, here's more money, go fix it. And this would go on. As we've seen, this is how this works, right? And the government never moves the needle. It doesn't do what it says it's going to do. It takes our money, but it doesn't solve the problem. But there are conservative solutions to some of these societal problems, social problems. And Shepherd Community is one that steps in the gap and does an absolute, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I've gotten to know Jay, some folks there, see what they do firsthand. I got to speak to one of the classes. I love it over there. Great. Well, this was back before COVID, by the way. But they have a program where they provide Christmas gifts to families in need. They serve Indianapolis's poorest zip code, and they provide gifts at Christmas. Because of COVID, some of the partnerships and the way that they've done things in the past have changed. And so Jay and I, the director over there, spoke, and I said, let's see if we can help you. So we're helping them with their Christmas drive this year for toys for families on the Near East Side. And I'm telling you, Shepherd, they just don't give away stuff and want to create this perpetual cycle of poverty. In fact, what they do is they try to step in and break that cycle of poverty. Break that cycle of poverty. In fact, they folks that come into the store to get Christmas gifts, they ask for a small amount of money from them, which I think is a good thing. Not just to give the folks that are taking this opportunity, this way to provide, they have some skin in the game. They can say that they participated in that, and so it's not again to punish. It's to teach. It's to help. It's to mold. It's to get buy-in. Now, if people can't afford, they certainly will find ways to get around that. But this is what they do, and this, by the way, is what needs to be done. You've heard the old adage: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's exactly what Shepherd does. They're trying to teach these ideas and principles. In fact, if you had the opportunity, maybe when we have Jay on, I'll have him talk about it. But Jay's got 5 or 7 kind of pillars, things that have to be, met and understood by the individual before that cycle of poverty begins to break. Good stuff. This is what they seek to do. This is what they try to help people do, because nobody is just naturally superior as a human being to someone else. Someone may be in need. Folks, we're all a series of events away, bad circumstances away from being in need. The thing is, none of us are superior. Some folks are better at things than others, or we're all better than other people at something. But this idea that someone's superior and that there's a class of people, that there's the providers and people that need to be given everything, that's just not the way we were created. We're all created in the image of the same God. And once someone learns some of the principles and concepts and gets through some of the difficulties, there's some legitimate difficulties and challenges that people have to deal with that cause some of these problems. Anyway, I could go on and on about this. I love what they do. I love Jay. It's a great thing. caringatchristmas.com is the website. caringatchristmas.com. There's 2 ways that we're going to help. One is you can go ahead and shop online and have the toys sent directly to Shepherd Community, or we're doing physical drop-off locations. One of them is actually at our office. You can stop by and meet the team. Heck, I might even be there. I'm not sure. Team doesn't want me around there too much, but our office is in Mooresville. The station, Freedom 95 in Franklin, and Mr. Quick Home Services, 86th and I think it's Georgetown. We have those addresses. We'll have those posted on social media, and we'll get those on our website as well. But anyway, caring at Christmas.com is the website to find out more information, how you can help out and provide for those in need. Help an organization that is focused on not just providing a need at the moment, but changing and helping shape and mold behaviors that will break that cycle of poverty. This is really what caring and compassion is all about. It's not just about something to be handed out at one moment in time. It is about handing that out and also providing a way so that the other person taking the gift, which is a good thing, right? Giving is a great thing for those that are, for all of us. But if you're blessed, it's a great thing. And the person receiving it, the biggest gift is to help them break that cycle. So Oz is telling me, she's getting a little bit aggravated with me that I've not taken her cues so far, but it's time to take a time out here. Didn't mean to share that it's important. This is important. I was just going to mention that there, but I got into some of the details, and it's important. It's important, number one, as human beings, and it's also important for people to understand the ideology of conservatism. It isn't about just saying mine, mine, mine. It's about saying, get out of my business, let me live my life, but also don't assume that I'm not going to provide and take care of people just because it doesn't go through the government. It's a great teaching opportunity as well. I hope you'll consider being a part of it. caringatchristmas.com. caringatchristmas.com. Quick timeout is necessary here. Come back, continue our discussion, play some sound bites from President Trump over the weekend with Maria Bartiromo. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I'm your host, Todd Huff, back here in just a minute.
Is it possible to be a fan of the show if you don't have the gear to prove it? Why not be safe and remove all doubt? Shop for official merchandise at toddhuffshow.com/shop today.
Ever wondered what shooting a real machine gun feels like? At Indie Trading Post, you can have an awesome and safe shooting experience in our family-friendly environment. Firing a weapon on full auto is something you will always remember. Schedule some range time today and let Indie Trading Post give you the real machine gun shooting experience. We guarantee you'll have a blast. Give us a call at 317-782-4867 or schedule your range time at fullautoindy.com.
Family owned since 1973, Edwards Equipment at 1375 East Main Street in Danville is ready to meet your equipment needs by selling, renting, and servicing several makes and models of lightweight residential or heavy-duty commercial equipment. We carry and service top-name brands like Ferris, Kubota, Steel, Gravely, Honda Power, Land Pride, and more. Visit edwardstractor.com or call 317-745-6427 to check out our clearance specials today. At Edwards Equipment, we don't just sell you any piece of equipment, we sell you the right piece of equipment.
Hey Indianapolis, by now you've probably heard about Jody Dowdle with Midwest Tax Group. Jody and his team are experts at helping you prepare your personal or small business tax returns. You can count on Midwest Tax Group to get every deduction possible and work for your higher refund. And not just on this year's taxes, they'll check your prior returns for any tax savings you may have missed for free. Are you behind on filing your returns? They can file past due returns and help negotiate with the IRS too. They complete most tax returns within a week and charge an affordable, flat fee, no hourly billing. And as their client, you can consult with the team at Midwest Tax Group year-round at no charge. Midwest Tax Group has 4 office locations in Castleton, Greenwood, Plainfield, and Greenfield, with evening and weekend appointments available. Schedule your appointment today at 317-288-5260. That's 317-288-5260. Or visit their website at mwtaxgroup.com. Midwest Tax Group can help you more than any piece of software ever could.
You rely on your vehicle every day. It's not a member of the family, but you spend as much time with it as most family members. You wouldn't take your family to just any doctor, so don't trust your vehicle to just any repair service. At Raymond's Auto and Truck Repair in Plainfield, we have well-trained, caring technicians that have the expertise to get you back on the road. For 25 years, we've been servicing personal, commercial, and fleet vehicles. Give us a call at 317-838-7112 for the car service you deserve.
If you own a rental property, you know the hassles of marketing, renting, collecting, and the handling of maintenance and repairs. One call to Zuluscape can put an end to your property management headaches. Zuluscape has over 20 years of experience helping landlords throughout central Indiana in taking the stress out of owning a rental. From A to Z, let Zuluscape handle it all so you can enjoy owning a rental instead of hating being a landlord. Give us a call at 317-663-8485 or visit our website at zuluscape.com.
Our sense of smell stimulates memory and emotion. A scent can seemingly transport us to another place in time. Homemade, hand-poured candles and melts from spur-of-the-moment creations will give your nose the experience the rest of your body is missing during any season of the year. Crackling firewood, fresh-cut grass, Macintosh apple, and even racing fuel are some of their over 200 engaging fragrances. Visit spurofthemomentcreations.com and enter coupon code TODD at checkout to receive 15% off your order today.
Are you concerned about your investments? Intrepid Financial has been educating, customizing, and servicing Hoosier investment portfolios since 1998. Our family-owned and operated business builds strong bonds with our clients. When you call, we answer the phone, always ready to walk you through your investment strategy. Intrepid means without fear. We want our clients to be fearless, to feel secure with their investments. Give us a call at 317-818-1776 or visit us online at intrepidfinancial.com.
weekend, President Trump was on with Maria Bartiromo. Long interview. Just have a couple. I'm going to play one here. We may get to one or two more, depending upon time, how things play out. But President Trump here talking about the way that the media just isn't covering what's going on. It's a matter of fact, the media isn't covering. In fact, including Fox, right? Including Fox. Fox is, all in on this president-elect Joe Biden, right? They just said that's who is Biden's the president-elect. Even though, did you see Candace Owens sued, was it Twitter? Sued, I think it was Twitter. I have to look this up. I read this. Saw her talking about this. She said, I've got the time, money, and resources. When someone, lies, she made I think it was a tweet, sent out a tweet that said, fact, something like Joe Biden is not president-elect. And they put the disclaimer by it. She took him to court. And they not only had to remove the disclaimer, folks, they actually had to make a correction, recant it, so to speak, acknowledging that Biden wasn't the president-elect. I think it was Twitter. I don't know. I have to look. There's so much information out there right now, folks. But anyway, so that's going on. Trump's saying the media doesn't want to cover this. Trump's right. Of course, the media doesn't want to cover this. You're supposed to, shut up, not have any questions. It's time for us to unite behind the Biden agenda. In fact, I see that. I see that from folks that are Biden supporters on Twitter. Right? Biden won. Let's move on. I see that. What about the country? What about the country? I love it when they claim that. What about the country? You tried to burn the country down with your rhetoric and attacks on Trump for 4 years. I'm not trying. That's not about retribution. I'm not saying eye for eye. I'm not saying we should come back and even the score. I'm simply saying that doesn't mean that we don't fight for justice and truth. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of bad allegations here about this election. And there are a lot of unanswered questions. They're just refusing to even act as though they're being asked, let alone. So they're not even asking them. They're not even acknowledging that they are being asked. And we're still looking for the answer. They're not even to the point of recognizing the question yet. Anyway, real quickly, soundbite from President Trump talking about how the media
doesn't even want to cover it. I mean, you're doing something. You're actually very brave because you're doing something. The media doesn't want to talk about it. They know how fraudulent this is. It's no different than Hunter. They don't want to talk about Hunter. So they totally closed it off, big tech and the media, other than the New York Post, as you remember, which took a lot of heat. It was terminated. It was terminated from, I guess, Twitter, maybe Facebook. But it's a situation the likes of which we don't have freedom of the press in this country. We have suppression by the press. They suppress. You can't have a scandal if nobody reports about it. This is the greatest fraud in the history of our country from an electoral standpoint. And I guess you could build it up bigger than an electoral. What's bigger from a electoral standpoint? What's bigger than this? This is the essence of our country. This is the whole ball game, and they cheated.
And they cheated. That's what Trump says. They've not been paying attention. By the way, he mentions Hunter Biden. Did you see someone did, I don't know, was it Rasmussen? Someone did a poll for whatever you can take from polls, but someone did a poll. And they found that 45% of Democrats in the key battleground states, the swing states, had not heard about the stories of Hunter Biden. Let that sink in. 45%, almost half of Democrat voters, had never heard about these allegations of, with Hunter Biden, Ukraine, Burisma, all this stuff. No idea. Had never heard it. Why they haven't heard it? Because they were not told it. Why they were not told that information? Because the media wants Joe Biden. The media is the PR wing, the PR arm of the Democrat Party. This is who they are. This is what they desire. It's what they think that they've got. Maybe they have gotten it. I hope not. I pray not. But nonetheless, out of those 45%, so 45% didn't even know. Folks, 9.4%, almost 10%. If there's socialists out there listening today, 9.4 is dangerously close to 10%. 10% of the Democrats said that would have changed their votes had they known about the Hunter Biden scandal. 10%. Folks, that in and of itself, you talk about rigging elections, you talk about interfering with elections, Trump is absolutely right here. Trump is absolutely right here in saying that the media doesn't want to cover these things. The media acts as though they're so innocent and so they're so altruistic. They don't have, no, we are unbiased. We're just here to present facts and information. What I tell you what it turns out, surprisingly, that when you withhold information that's damaging to somebody or helpful to another person, if you do that and enough people are paying attention solely to you, that will have an impact on the decisions that people make. We do not have an honest media by and large in this country. We can't whine about it. We can't complain about it. I'm just proclaiming this to you. I'm not trying to whine about this, whimper. That's not at all I don't even feel that. I'm just telling you. I know you know this. I want everyone to realize this, that the folks in the media, by and large, the biggest chunk of them, I don't want to give a percentage, but it's a bigger chunk than I even care to admit. They folks are professional deceivers. This is what they do. They wake up in the morning, the Jim Acostas of this world, to get you to believe a narrative, to get me to believe a narrative. Of course, we're on to their game. They don't even want to pay attention to us anymore. They're moving on to other unsuspecting people who are simply trusting individuals who don't understand the depths of the darkness at some of these news networks. Their job every day in their minds is to get you to go along with the narrative of the day, the PR narrative. And they'll even make up fact. That's what it was. It was a lawsuit against Candace Owens sued, a fact checker, PolitiFact maybe. Maybe I'll read that after the break. Gotta take a time out, though. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff, back here in just a minute.
Looking to make a conservative, not bitter fashion statement? Check out our apparel online, including brand new items at toddhuffshow.com/shop today.
All your life, you've planned and taken care of the people you love. They always knew you had a plan. Taking care of your final wishes will give them one final gift. Buying your headstones direct through Thomas Monument saves your loved ones additional stress during a difficult time and saves money by cutting out the middleman. Call 317-244-6525 or go online to thomasmonument.com to understand why families have trusted us since 1962.
We all know having health insurance doesn't always equal health care. That's why at Freedom HealthWorks, we believe the key to maintaining good health is based on a straightforward, personal relationship with your physician. With our direct doctor-patient relationship model, we remove your healthcare middleman and replace him with transparent pricing and incentive to call your doctor at the first sign of illness. So if you're ready to experience real care from a doctor that really cares about you, go to freedomhealthworks.com and learn more about the benefits of our direct primary care model. Freedom HealthWorks. Be treated better.
Our word can't be diluted because we are taught that a promise is a commitment in which you always follow through. No ifs, ands, or buts. So every time you walk through Greg Hubler Chevrolet doors, you can count on the advice and expertise we provide you. Because when we make a promise, we keep it. Greg Hubler Chevrolet. Promise kept. Visit GregHublerChevy.com. Find new roads.
Have you seen the price of custom cabinetry and countertops lately? If you're looking for quality, affordable remodels, call Carriage House Woodworking. Our helpful professionals will walk you through every step of the process. We're offering a free sink base with qualifying purchases. Just enter CHWEINC.com/Todd or call 317-406-3042. Call Carriage House Woodworking. You won't have to spend your kids' inheritance just to upgrade your kitchen.
Are you tired of manually opening the gate every time you pull in the drive, especially during the freezing cold, pouring rain, or hot, humid weather? Then Gatekeeper Services has your solution. They offer affordable residential and commercial motorized units for your gated properties. Veteran-owned with over 50 years' experience in motorized gate sales and repairs on any make or model, and with numerous entry control options, Gatekeeper Services takes pride being certified in both automated gate system design and operator installation. Simplify your life today by calling 317-714-4061.
Hey Indy, Sid here with Kill a Dent Removal. We specialize in a paint-free repair process known as PDR. Our certified master technicians remove dents and dings of all shapes and sizes, including hail damage, with zero body fillers, zero painting, and zero diminished value. Most repairs are completed the same day, many even while you wait. Check us out at killadentremoval.com. And remember, folks, don't paint your car, go PDR.
This is the sound of your typical do-it-yourselfer in completely over his head.
For heating, plumbing, and electrical done right.
Call Mr. Quick. Call Mr. Quick.
Dial the number, spell the words.
For on time.
Welcome back. This program brought to you in part by our friends at Kill a Dent. In fact, you just heard their ad last segment if you're listening live on the radio. Not if you're on the podcast. But they actually, there's a story. I don't have time to tell the story. They removed the dent from my vehicle. I'll share that when I have more time. It has a good ending. But anyway, they took the dent out of my car. You can't even tell the dent was there. So Kill a Dent, PDR, paintless dent removal services. If you've got a dent, a ding on your vehicle, sometimes larger dents can be fixed than you even realize. Consider talking to my friends at Kill a Dent. They'll take great care of you. Great guys, by the way. Enjoyed meeting them and seeing the result of their work. We actually did some video of them pulling the dent out of little dents out of my vehicle. So anyway, wanted to get really quickly here. We're getting to the end of the program. Candace Owens, I mentioned that she had a fact checker. It was PolitiFact. I said Twitter, so forgive me. This is a tweet of hers over the weekend, Saturday. Weeks ago, she says, Facebook censored a post of mine which truthfully stated that Joe Biden is not the president-elect. Yes, we've been through this. She's right. We're right. Media's wrong. Fact checker's wrong. So I got lawyers involved, she says. Conclusion, PolitiFact uncensored the post and admitted that they lied, all caps, by rating my post false. The fact checkers are lying for Democrats. She puts a picture here of her tweet from November 13th, and the tweet read this: Joe Biden is literally and legally not the president-elect, so why is the media pretending he is? She continues in the second tweet here: at 8 months pregnant, I unfortunately cannot fight on the ground alongside patriots that I am used to, but I am taking every measure to fight these communists in the courtroom. It is my goal to expose these lying fact checkers one by one. So good for Candace Owens, good for free speech, good for conservatism. Look, I said fact checkers. The media used to be a group that was, look, I know it's been this way. It's not been this way for a long time, but they used to provide information that was factually based. That was the concept anyway. The reason there's fact checkers is not because of social media. I mean, I guess in part. But the reason there's fact checkers is because no one could believe the media to begin with. These folks are very deceitful people. Anyway, gotta take a break. Come back and wrap up really quickly. Listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff. Back in just a minute.
Like what you hear on Todd's show? Why not get more by signing up for Todd's free Semi-Sweet Morsels of Truth newsletter? To subscribe, visit ToddHuffShow.com/subscribe or text HUFF to 31996.
Does your business have a plan for social media marketing? Are you reaching the right audiences through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on? Are you learning from the data? Jarbo can help. Our team doesn't just come in and tell you how to be successful. We help you execute and measure your sales and marketing efforts. Give us a call at 317-834-6560 or visit us online at jarbomarketing.com. That's jarbomarketing.com. Make social media work for you.
What if your bank treated you like a person instead of an account number? What if you could sit across from the person you are opening an account with or requesting a loan from and have an actual conversation? You may be thinking, Todd, that's crazy talk. Well, not at Citizens Bank. Come visit them in Monrovia and meet Nick Gibson, their new branch manager, and the rest of their staff. Or give them a call at 317-831-0110. Citizens Bank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
All right, here we go. $100 down, $200 down, $200 down, back at $300.
I went to my first firearms auction a few years ago. It was hosted by TJ Freege, one of my good friends from high school, who is a champion auctioneer and one of the best in the business. In spite of objections from liberal legislators, I walked away with a .22 rifle and a few boxes of ammunition. And I had a great afternoon with my grandpa that I won't soon forget. If you've ever wondered what treasure you could find in an auction, visit FreegeAuctioneers.com and take a look at their upcoming Central Indiana auction schedule. That's Freege, F-R-E-I-J-E, auctioneers.com. Visit FreegeAuctioneers.com.
Hi, I'm TJ Freege, owner and lead auctioneer at Freege & Freege Auctions and Marketing. I invite you to come see the power of live auctions. It's fast, it's fun, it's transparent, and it's the absolute best way to ensure you get fair market value for your asset today. Get results, go auction.
You can make Christmas special for local families. Shepherd Community Center needs your donation for toys, hats, and gloves for children in need this holiday season. If you believe Christmas is about caring for others, help us make it special by sharing your blessings this season in the lives of those struggling. Help a child today. For more information on how to donate or volunteer, call 317-375-0203 or visit shepherdcommunity.org.
Did you know that there are 21,000 chimney fires annually? It's one of the reasons why it's so important to have a CSIA certified chimney technician clean and inspect your chimney every year. Keep your family safe by joining our 3-year sweep and inspection plan. And mention Todd to be entered to win $1,000 in cash. Contact Smalling Masonry, a Christian-owned business, at 317-903-8121 to learn more today.
Why would you call a company called Commercial Service for your home heating, cooling, and plumbing? Same question I had, because they have provided over 70 years of quality service and Trane products for both homes and businesses in Central Indiana. It's hard to stop Commercial Service, and it's hard to stop a Trane. Give them a call. I'm glad I did.
Call Commercial Service at 812-339-9114 or online at commercialservice.com. Commercial Service, commercial-grade service for your home.
All right, folks, that is unfortunately about all the time that we have left today. By the way, take this opportunity really quickly to let you know that we are launching Conservative Not Bitter University. In fact, we're working on a couple of courses. Those will be launched and ready to go here. Almost said this month, but that'll be next month, December. We've got to win this battle. Folks, the battle for control of the hearts and minds and soul of Americans. It is, whatever happens with this election, we have a lot of fight left. This fight, this battle, this ideological worldview, political worldview war that exists in America is not going away anytime soon. In fact, I fully expect it to be here the rest of my lives. We have to win this. We have to win this. CNBU helps you do that Take care, guys. SDG.
Healthcare is expensive and complicated. Did you know that as a Christian business owner, it is possible to provide access to affordable health benefits for your employees? Remodel Health has helped employers across the United States save over $22 million in the past 3 years. Our innovative approach allows your employees to have the health benefits they need at a cost you can afford. Go to remodelhealth.com/Todd to help your employees find the health care they deserve. Remodel Health. Rethink employee health benefits.
The compassion of Christ. It's living life connecting to the broken and messy world. It's not simply walking down the street and dropping a quarter in someone's bucket. It's been perverted by Satan from biblical compassion to feeling sorry for, and sympathy isn't where God wants us to live. It's connecting to broken people in our daily life. Living the compassion of Christ.
As a listener of this program, I have no doubt that you embrace the value of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And when you have the opportunity to work with a company that fully embraces and shares these values, I'm sure you jump at it. Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing is just that type of company in Central Indiana. Jeff and Jod Woods have a team of professional technicians here to help tune up your furnace or install a quality new train system. And they're also here to fix those nasty plumbing problems that seem to happen at the absolute worst time. So the next time you have a plumbing, heating, or cooling need, give the good folks at Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing a call. Call 317-831-5279. That's 317-831-5279. Or visit economyheatingandair.com.